Hi, I'm Rasmussen and I'm what people call a creative person. I'm currently trying to build a career and find my inner voice. Some days it's really fun and other days not so fun. But it's all a journey and I'm here to share it with you. Hello, my blooming souls. It's so nice to see you again. So, yet another week with a challenge for myself, and as you can see on the title, it was all about doing morning yoga. Also, before we start, I always believe like this is the video where I am going to look stunning and have amazing clothes on and have amazing makeup on, and yet I then remember how nice it is to just be comfy, and I then end up recording like this. Even though it is very nice to be comfy, I'm still very excited for tomorrow where I am hopefully going to look stunning because I am going to celebrate my birthday together with my family. But before I talk more about that, let's get to the challenge number 2. So I thought to myself, like, this is might going to be the boring one, where I don't have a lot to say. But oh boy, was I wrong. It's almost crazy how much has opened inside of my brain from this new challenge. So let's get into this stuff because I'm going to share a lot and hopefully we can all grow from what I have experienced through this week, and you can just relax, maybe eat something or do something or just listen. Really do whatever you want to do while I tell you about my crazy mental week. When I started this challenge, I was first of all very afraid because it just seems like a thing very cool, productive people do. And even though I like to be productive and people think I'm strong, I'm still afraid because I'm not that person that wakes up and make a smoothie and eat salad all the time, and I don't know. That's not even the right thing to do, but I think you know what kind of person I'm talking about. Anyway, I was afraid to not be able to do that because I was not completely like these awesome workout people that you see on the internet. The first 2 days I woke up from some very crazy weird dreams which I am having recently, and overall when I wake up I just tend to think myself into this deep dark hole of sadness and being overwhelmed because I think about all these many things I tell myself I should do for some reason in order to be okay. By doing morning yoga, I just completely stopped doing that. I kind of just skipped that part of my morning and just went straight out and just sit on the floor and like, okay, lady, tell me what to do. I was thinking about going easy in the beginning because that's good, so you not get scared before it has even begun. But at the same time, I knew I really wanted to exercise and sweat a little bit. So I did go with a more tough one where I definitely did end up sweating, but still in a non-scary way, if that makes sense. And it felt nice and I got to activate my muscles and get some energy, and it just gave me this mindset that I was now ready to conquer the world, which I normally never feel like in the morning when I wake up. At the same time, I feel like I need to say I'm no expert and I'm not doing it to lose weight. I'm simply doing it to, again, wake up my body and stop these very toxic thoughts that I can have in the morning. And I'm also not flexible in any way. So again, I'm just doing it to protect my body now that I'm sitting so much down, and yeah. Hopefully it will help me feel good even when I get very old. On day 3, I woke up pretty early because the neighbor was fighting. I really don't blame them. They have a little child and that can just be a very emotional, exhausting thing to be, Nonetheless, this yelling at each other just made my pulse very high and I suddenly felt very much awake. So I decided to take advantage of the situation, of it being very dark, and just make it super cozy. And I'm telling you, it just made this experience magical, which is great because, you know, if I'm going to do this when I get my internship and then job later, I will have to wake up when it's dark and do it in the darkness. So I'm very glad that I got to experience this and see that it can be nice even when it's dark. After that, I just took a bath and put on a face mask just because I wanted to keep the self-care vibe a little longer, and it felt so great. But at the same time, I was really afraid that my boyfriend would wake up and come out the door and scream because what he would see was this. I mean, I wouldn't blame him, but luckily he slept until very late and I could take it off before I would end up scaring him. Day number 4, I was not feeling myself at all and I didn't want to do anything, even though there was many exciting opportunities. But after feeling a bit meh for some time, I then realized it is exactly when I feel this bad about myself that I need to move my body and do something on my happy list that will help me get away from these toxic thoughts which are trying to convince me that I'm useless and unworthy of love. Even so, I still felt a bit weird about the situation because some of my friends and family members looked so shocked when I informed them about the morning yoga, like as if it was something that should be super hard or in the end actually impossible to keep doing. But I'm actually not feeling uncomfortable. I actually really like doing it. But because the normal reaction in my surroundings is that it's hard and unrealistic, I end up feeling that I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do. I'm doing something that doesn't exist. And that affects me to suddenly feel scared and rejected. I know it can sound a little bit confusing, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say with this. It was kind of my realization to why me having this success with this new activity is also haunting me with bad emotions, even though these beliefs and experiences are not mine. So while I was still doing my yoga, I started thinking about how I could get these voices out of my head, and I then thought about the tarot card reading my friend made for me a few days ago. My question to the cards was how I could succeed with my goal of slowing down and finding my inner joy again. And these 3 cards fell out of the deck while she was shuffling it. And here's how I remember the messages. The 2 of Swords is about having an inner battle between the heart and the brain. The Temperance is about listening to your own body in order to be able to separate other people's opinions from your own. And the Sun is about the laughter and joy you find within most children. Being upside down as it is right here symbolizes that there might be an obstacle or there will be a delay. So, to put it all together as the answer to my question, my battle will be between my heart and brain. And the solution to obtain my past joy I once felt will be to start listening to my body, to start understand what is my own and what is other people's opinions and thoughts. How crazy is that? I mean, I'm not the most spiritual person, but right in that moment, I actually felt somebody was listening. And my plan is now to remember these 3 cards through 2022. Day 5 was a very chill day for me. A part of me thought about doing yoga so I would sweat every day, but then I remembered how nice it is to sometimes just take a break when things get a little bit too challenging, which it was this day for me, but you will hear more about that in another video. As a child, I was never really allowed to give up, even though my whole body was begging me to stop. This started, as many others, first of all from my parents' attitude. It all begins in these small actions, like when we were walking home and I got tired and I didn't want to walk anymore. My mom thought, well, we never get home if we stop walking, so she said I had to keep walking. And as the people-pleaser child I was, I didn't dare to resist. I slowly over time adopted this mindset, and I now often in many different situations don't even consider taking a break as an option. I know my parents never meant to harm me, they simply are just also affected by their parents' unkind patterns, and it's really just all a long chain of bad patterns from the past. Luckily, me and my parents has chosen kindness, which means we have over time realized taking a break can also be an option. Yeah, things might take a little longer, but it doesn't mean we will never arrive. What I want to say with this story is, yes, it is important to fight for our lives, our dreams, and do something about it while we still have it, but I don't think we should feel ashamed for taking a break once in a while. I really wish for us all to feel both beautiful and strong, no matter if we are in the front line of the fight or sitting with a nice cup of tea in a flower field. Day number 6, which is today, I didn't do morning yoga. And the reason for that is I once again woke up feeling very terrible because I was once again too stubborn about a project. I really want to tie-dye my clothes and I really want some more vintage cottagecore dark academia clothes, but for some reason that is so freaking hard to find inside Europe. So I had to suffer the consequences of being too stubborn and taking my energy way too far. So even though I had these amazing thoughts about taking a break, I still kind of forgot to take a break. And that meant I today only had the option to either sleep or clean, because I still want my apartment to look nice when I'm celebrating my birthday with my family tomorrow, because a lot of them are going to see my apartment for the first time. So yeah, such irony. We can get so wise and still we make the same freaking mistakes over and over again. What I do want us to be different about is to be kind anyway. And I know it's so easy to talk so negative about yourself, but I really think I'm getting better at being okay, admitting, whoa, okay, I was so sad, mad, frustrated, irritated yesterday, and I was just toxic positive about it. So today I just need to let all these emotions out because they're not going to disappear inside of my body. They need to get out of it. I still have one more day to do this challenge in order to do it in a week. But again, I am celebrating my birthday tomorrow, so I thought I would be kind to myself and just end it here for the vlog at least. So I can take my time to edit it and then upload it without too much pressure. Even though I'm very tired, I still have to do some cleaning I really want to do before tomorrow, when I have to bake a lot of cakes to make one little rainbow cake. Hopefully I can show you some pictures right here. But otherwise it is just straight to bed for me, and even my camera is soon dying, so I think we're all just tired at this point. So please take good care of yourself, stay loving and caring, you know. I do hope to see you in my next vlog, where we're going to do another challenge. Still not sure what that's going to be, but nonetheless, it is still time to start the dance party. I forgot to do the rating. I'm so sorry. I will give this a 5.
Wow.
It's getting a 5. I know people think it's unusual and only strong people can do it, but you know what? I enjoy it. And I'm going to keep doing it even though people look weird at me. So if there's something people are looking weird at you about and it makes you feel ashamed, don't feel ashamed. You can keep doing it. If it makes you smile, I want you to keep doing it and find some people who can smile as well, because they can see how passionate you are about this thing. Okay, that's all. Now, let's get to the dance party.